The Black Lives Matter movement was started in 2013 by Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opal Tometi. It was in response to the lack of indictment in the George Zimmerman murder of Trayvon Martin. Alicia Garza describes the Black Lives Matter movement as a call to action for our country. She states that the movement demands that we have a seat at the table and are able to participate in democracy, live in dignity and respect, are able to make wages to support our families, have sufficient employment and housing, and to stop police brutality. They also call for a reduction of federal funding for militarization of police. The Black Lives Matter movement has been very controversial and has had a very negative response from many Republicans, especially on Fox News.
Enter the Black Lives Matter crew, which roams around the country promoting a false narrative that American police officers are actively hunting down and killing blacks. Here's the truth. Police shot whites at a rate of 50% in 2015. Police shot blacks at a rate of 26%. In addition, Black Lives Matter is now infringing on freedom of assembly.
Whoa. Let's take another look at that statistic. If white people make up 70% of the population, but only 50% of the people shot by police, and black people make up 13% of the population, but 26% of the people shot by police, that puts black people at around 30% more likely to be killed by the police. The website states that Black Lives Matter affirms the lives of black, queer, and trans folks, disabled folks, black undocumented folks, folks with records, women, and all black lives along the gender spectrum. It centers those that have been marginalized within the black liberation movements and is a tactic to rebuild the black liberation movement. Many celebrities have spoke out in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, including Samuel L. Jackson, who began the I Can't Breathe challenge, where you sing the following song.
Here we go. I can hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe. Now I'm in the struggle and I can't leave.
There's also Beyonce, who recently performed at the Super Bowl halftime show where she very proudly embraced the Black Lives Matter movement as well as the Black Panther movement. And in her most recent album, Lemonade, there has been very many visuals that embrace her black image, which is clearly rooted from the Black Lives Matter movement. There was even one scene in Beyonce's Lemonade where she shows a black boy holding his hands up in front of a bunch of police holding their hands up, clearly in reference to the Black Lives Matter chant, hands up, don't shoot, which is in reference to the fact that black men are often in compromising positions, showing that they are not armed and still end up being shot or attacked by the police. Many people sought to contradict the Black Lives Matter movement with the All Lives Matter movement, and that was a very big issue. Saying all lives matter is like going to a funeral and telling all of the people there that you also lost someone. It doesn't help them at all. It means the stories my dad used to tell me about how he used to be harassed by the police are something that other people have experienced and that can be brought to light in a larger scale. It also means that when my parents explain to me that I won't be treated the same at such a young age, 5 or 6, and talk about how I should never talk to a police officer in anything less than a respectful manner for my own safety, even though the police officer is there to protect me. How do you explain that to someone? It is drawing attention to a larger issue, but on such a mainstream scale to where you don't have to deal with it internally for years like so many black people have for generations until essentially now, because, you know, it's so widely accepted by diverse groups, and I think that's very important for the identity of young black children everywhere.